Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you may be. And welcome back to the HCW channel, and welcome to another edition of HCW Show Squared, the show with the usual format or formula of the HCW Show podcast, and expands the power of, you guessed it, two. I'm host as always, Dan, DP, as we all say nowadays, D-P-Z, yeah. And I'm not alone in this how do I get the right word? In this venture. And I tend to be not alone nowadays anyway. As I am joined by my usual partner in crime and my compatriot on the show squared. It's Craig. How you doing?
You know me, it's that M-I-C. Hope I got it right that time. Craig, aka Mr. Empire. Yeah, all good. Just feel like I've forgotten most of what happened in NXT because it's been 2 days and I've slept since. I've tried to at least.
Yeah, and that is why you make notes, like I have. I've got
Up here, down,
I've, I've got notes that are almost 13,000 characters.
Hey, no, it's like I said, it's all up here, apart from when it's not.
That is fair. But before we get started, let's crack open our drinks. I've got some Dragon Energy. Sponsor us, please. We need the money.
Give me the man.
Just give me my money. Yeah.
What was that? And that trend was just fucking stupid.
What an intro, though.
Give me my money.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh dear.
But no,
Anywho,
we are here to talk about NXT for the 17th of September. We are 2 weeks out from the big CW show, or CW2 shows, or CW debut. I don't know entirely. They promote it as 2 shows, even though it's going to be on CW going forward. So, whatever. Anyway, October 1st is the big one. And then October 8th is kind of the same big one. We kick things off with a contract signing. But which match is being signed for? Ava announces, I should say Ava's here first. Ava announces that we're getting the return of Sexy Red. No! Why are we starting things off like this? Don't bring him back too.
Right, bruh.
Why are we bringing back? Why are we bringing back this talentless waste of human space?
Clearly, she hasn't. Wasn't charged or anything. So as a plus, I suppose.
Man. She was there last time. She ruined the show by being in like every backstage segment. Then she shook her ass, and that was it. And then she talks in a certain way that you can't understand a single word she's saying. I remember specifically, I spent the last time she was on the show about a good half hour trying to work out what she was saying, so I could then write it down for this show.
It's something.
It's a fucking joke.
Oh. Yeah. Just nah. Nah, bro, I'm good.
I could do a whole episode of this and we just shitting on Sexy Red. Like.
Yeah. Pointless.
Exactly. But no, Ava runs down the CW card and we're getting on October 1st before settling on the NXT title match, which is assumed to be the main event, which is the contract that we're signing tonight. So naturally, out comes Trick Williams. With, I will say here, I noticed slightly less cheering. It wasn't as noisy as it would be normally for Trick.
I didn't clock that.
So
Very interesting.
Maybe the hype's not all there anymore. or my feed was turned down a little bit. I don't know.
Just mute.
Just
Trick's on.
okay, no theme in there. Okay, cool.
Taking a trick. Mute.
Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So he comes out. He bigs up Pete Dunne, calls him a butch. Cool. He claims he'll make history, and the crowd will be chanting "Whoop that trick." The crowd chanting "Whoop that trick," and as they're chanting, we hear the ego. Out comes Ethan Page. Ethan, save us, please.
I love this so much.
Ethan encourages the chanting, and even channels his inner Booker T with a "What? Yeah, it's Trick Willie."
Oh my goodness, I loved it so much.
This is I'll get more into this after actually, but the crowd are chanting that fucking Hendry song as well.
They changed it to Believe in Trick.
Yeah. But Ethan put on some clothes,
it's
even though he's wearing clothes. Like, it's no point.
It's done.
Hendry's fucked off now.
Done.
He's back in TNA. Leave it be.
It's over.
Ethan claims he's Trick's kryptonite, and he has the receipts, including the NXT title that he won from Trick. Trick claims that Ethan stole the title. Ethan denies that, stating that he earned it fair and square, which he did. Like, regardless of how you see it, it was a fatal 4-way. He won it fair and square. Like, if it was 1-on-1,
Champion.
if it was 1-on-1 and Sean Spears had like interfered, fair enough. He might have stolen it. Fatal 4-way, he didn't steal it.
As they make very clear, the champion does not need to be involved in the decision to lose the title.
Precisely.
That's the stipulation in that
Trick is
match.
being a whiny little bitch baby.
Just move it on.
Exactly.
Trick, you just know.
And that is what I'll be doing here. He remembers the looks on everyone's faces when that freak out landed, especially Trick's. He claims Trick doesn't have Ethan worked out, and that the era of ego is not ending, and they'll be chanting NX me. Trick argues that no one's with that, and that the crowd will be chanting NX, but then Ethan cuts him off with a kick to the gut, and then hits him with the ego's edge, throwing him through a table. Yelling that Trick will not make it to Chicago, telling Ava that she's lost control of the roster. And my final note here is that no one signed the contract. So what was the point of this entire thing?
That's the strongest Ethan Page has looked since he won the title.
Yeah, it is. Like, this is like Ethan is so fucking good. I don't understand it. You've got Trick whining like a little bitch. Like, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, Trick is whining at this point. Like, and Ethan is rightfully putting him in his place. Yes, he's mocking him a little bit because he's the champion. He has that right to. But
but like I said, for Trick to say Ethan stole the title, no, he didn't. Like, you're supposed to be a babyface, but you're coming off like a baby.
Yeah.
Like, it's two different things here, Trick. Like, you're not the champion. You've had to go through some obstacles to get back to being the number one contender. I am praying Trick does not win the title back.
We will get more,
I can't deal with Trick.
We'll get more into that later on. I
cannot deal with Trick every single week.
Overall,
opening show.
I really enjoyed it. Even Trick's bits, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this opening segment. I did see the point in it because no one signed the contract. But as you said, it is as strong as Ethan's looked in a long time.
I like that he didn't sign the contract.
Yeah.
All what they're going to do here now is next week what's going to happen. But
Well, no, but Trick also didn't sign it. Like, if Ethan didn't sign it, I'd be like, you know what? I'm cool with that. He's sort of, playing the field. Trick also didn't sign it. But the face didn't sign the contract for the match he wanted. And the match can't happen unless both of them sign it. So, once again, Trick comes across looking stupid here. Because he should have signed it there and then.
At least it was different because it's like, because I'm so over contract signings. I'm done with them.
Yeah, that is fair.
Like, they don't serve any purpose anymore because it's the same recipe repeated over and over and over and over and over again. There's nothing new to do with these contract signings. There's nothing new they can do with it. Just we don't need them anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in NXT. And especially for Trey. I've got 5 contract signings since he turned on Mello.
Yeah.
I'll better than him rather. It's nah, we're done with that. Done with it.
Yeah. But But that'll be the last time we see Trick, or will it? In this episode. We go next to a backstage vignette where Tony D'Angelo is admonishing Hammerstone for not getting the job done on over Femi. This is from last week, so we didn't see it last week, but they sort of show it as if it was as if it happened last week. Tony demands that Hammerstone go talk to Ava and get a rematch. Hammerstone refuses, asking why Tony doesn't take over himself. Tony then refutes this, claiming that he'll just take out Hammerstone instead. Cool.
I'm genuinely excited about the prospect of this match.
Yeah.
Because they're both big dudes, and I want to see what they can do. But
I mean, at this point, I was still concerned Tony hasn't healed. Like with the injury he picked up. So that's a slight concern.
But at this point, I want this match.
Yeah, same. So yeah, after this, backstage, Ava is with Stevie Turner and Mr. Stone. They're on their way to the trainer room when we hear Ava. It's Javon Evans. He comes in to try and shoot his shot at getting a match on the CW shows. And we get more on that later.
I mean, you could say that Ava has heard his voices.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could say that.
His voice is concerned very well.
And she understands.
Talking to her.
Yeah, absolutely. you could say, as GM, she has her rules.
And regulations.
I mean, they're all designed to keep the roster safe.
Before start getting broken.
No, we will be moving on because that is spoiler territory. So first match of the night is a tag match. The reunited team of Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria taking on the team of Wendy Chu and Rosemary. And of course, who would win here? Lyra and Tatum. They win following a top rope diving axe kick, which is called the peripateia, which is defined as a sudden reversal of fortune, and that was me doing a Google search. So peripateia, the commentators did not mention this, so shame on Booker and Vic for not saying it. This is her finisher in NXT UK. So she stopped using it to bring in like the Nightwing and whatever that weird that move.
And the soft splash.
Yeah. So this is the move she used when she was Aoife Valkyrie in NXT UK, which is a phenomenal move that I'm glad she's bringing back because it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
I,
the match itself, I rated it 3 stars. I thought it was fun. It was great to see the oddball dynamic again of Lyra and Tatum reunited once again, taking on the evil duo of Sleep Paralysis Demon Wendy Chu and her demon Rosemary. I am a little surprised that Rosemary and at the very least Wendy are not getting wins in this. But I guess I can look past that because we're still seeing Tatum and Lyra. Plus, I'm assuming Wendy and Rosemary's thing will only get better with time. But I'm assuming they're building something here because you look at the 4 women in this. Lyra is the odd one out. Like Tatum, Tatum looks like she'd fit the group very easily with Wendy and Rosemary.
Yes. Yeah. No, it doesn't make. Lyra, yeah, it's definitely like, yeah, she doesn't fit the dynamic, like I said. But I'm wondering why in the hell Rosemary has picked up the pin 3 times.
Yeah.
Like Rosemary's been pinned. She's had 3 matches on NXT and has been pinned 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they're losing not just in NXT, but they're losing in TNA. Like, I mean, Wendy she was never going to win the Knockouts World title, but she was pinned clean.
Yeah.
And like, I'm expecting a loss for them next week on TNA when Jordan teams with Ariana Grace's bestie from NXT. But it's Rosemary and Wendy Chu. I'm liking this group.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're just gonna keep getting pinned,
Like, yeah, what is the point? Like,
yeah, what is it leading to?
yeah.
Because so Lyra and Tatum don't need to give them another match. They don't have to do anything anymore because they won. That's it. It should be in their rear view.
Mm-hmm.
But if now what do you do with these 2? If that is the case,
It
kind of can't be.
I mean, I'm assuming that's the end of it here because I don't know. They had their moment. Tatum and Lyra, they reunited, they re-embraced again, and that's it. I mean, as far as I'm seeing it, like Wendy Chu and Rosemary move on to someone else, and Tatum can maybe Tatum can join Lyra on the main roster. I don't know.
Yeah, I think.
Or Lyra stays in NXT, but
yeah.
then I don't want Lyra coming back to NXT because she's already had the world title.
I reckon it'd be like a Pete Dunne type thing of just go everywhere. Yeah, I'm fine down for that, but what? First of all, the match was really good.
Yeah.
I did enjoy this match. I love the dynamic of Lyra and Tatum. I think Tatum's finisher is incredible.
Yes, the psycho
I'm
trap.
such a huge fan of it. Yeah, I'm such a huge fan of that move. Because, again, it looks like it's I described it as a Destroyer Death Valley driver.
Yeah.
That's what I described it as. And I think it's excellent. But I'm just disappointed that Rosemary is yet to pick up a win or avoid getting pinned.
Mm-hmm.
Like she can take it. It's not like it's gonna destroy all momentum she had, because realistically, before coming to NXT, she didn't have that much momentum in the first place. She wasn't getting booked a lot on TNA. She just started getting booked again, but again was losing.
Yeah.
And coming to NXT helped her, get a bit more traction. But yeah, what are we doing next then? Because I mean, are Rosemary and Wendy just going to be in TNA for a little bit now? Is that the plan? Or do we have some further down the line for how? Because you have to involve these 2 in Halloween Havoc. Yeah. You have to. They're perfect for it.
I mean, I'm assuming
but again,
we're going to get an appearance of what are they called? The Unholy Union.
Yeah,
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
yeah, yeah. I mean, why not? Having Havoc it's having Havoc. Even when I wasn't watching NXT, having Havoc was the show I watched on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I don't regularly watch NXT, I always watch Having Havoc.
Yeah, spin the wheel, make a deal.
Yeah, I really like that. It's just some people get stuck with unfortunate stipulations.
Yeah.
Like you feel sorry for some people. Like pick and choose a bit better people.
I like the concept of the wheel and just like some of the outrageous situations you can get on this wheel. Because I want them to get one of the outrageous ones one day and just have something completely wacky.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that match. It was very good. As we've said, if I was booking it, I'd probably have Lyra hit the pin, personally, or the submission. Because then they're taking out Tatum's friend, her best friend, even her only friend, and leaving Tatum by herself again.
Yeah, they should have jumped them after the match.
It's just something, like it was fun to see the embrace again. That was great, but there should have been something more.
Yeah.
But
Tyra? Yeah.
Tyra. Latham.
That's what I called him. Yeah. I'm not even going to bother with Valkyrie a bit. Hey,
Rendy
no.
too. Choose Mary.
I know. Move it on. That sounds. Yeah.
So we move forward. In the trainer's room, Ava's here with Tripp Williams. Ava is insistent that the contract is getting signed tonight. And Tripp basically just says it's on site if and when he sees even Page again. Cool. After that, we go backstage into the Ring QCC's locker room. Charlie is pleased to have Tavian back. Tavian has ideas. Charlie wants Tavian and Miles to take back the NXT division. Was it ever theirs? Is my main thought for that. Charlie goes on, but he's cut off by an excited Ren Sinclair, who says that Tavian's been missed. Charlie interjects, saying that Ren needs to prove herself and make something of herself. Ren takes that on board and chops Charlie off the chest, but it runs away.
Oh, Ren. Fantastic. Oof.
I love just the whole dynamic of the NQCC, Ren QCC, No Quarter Catch Crew, Ren Quarter Catch Crew, whatever you want to call them.
Needed this.
Yeah. Like, the old format of the group, the way it was okay. It was good as a pure, like, wrestling stable, but it needed something like this.
Yeah. Definitely. Ren is a breath of fresh air for this group. They were so serious before. Now we've got the seriousness combined with Ren's energy. It's perfect.
So, yeah, after that we go into the next match of the night. It is Tony D'Angelo against Hammerstone. Of course, Hammerstone wins via countout when Tony walks out on the match. During the match, we see a backstage feeder over me who claims that Tony is broken. Just stay on the piano.
Benjamin.
I knew you'd come.
Oh dear.
I miss Broken Matt Hardy, like actual Broken Matt Hardy. Like the TNA one, not the weird AW one that we got.
Yeah.
Or the weird WWE
Or
one.
Woken.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woken.
Nah.
Broken. Yeah.
The whole TNA stuff is what made the character great for Broken Matt Hardy.
Even though they broke into a zoo.
Yeah.
Like, literally broke into a zoo to fight a kangaroo. Because why not?
Back to the match. We rated it. I rated it 2 stars. It was sub 3 minutes, and the less than 3 minutes that we got were all right at best. But I do like that there's a story being built here.
Yeah.
And that story, from what I can tell, is that Oba winning the match at No Mercy broke Tony. Tony is doubting himself. He's doubting what he can do. He's not feeling it anymore. Not feeling like himself. He's not Don anymore. He's just Tony. That's the vibe I'm getting from all this. But we'll find out more as the weeks go on. But the others do not seem to agree with Tony's actions here. That being Adriana, Juicy Lucy, and Stax.
Yeah. During this match, I had to pay my rent, so I was looking at my phone to pay it. I looked up for, have I missed something here? if I just completely missed it, no, like the match was over before I could even put my card details in. Like it was done. So okay, what? Yes. Progress the story. Fine. The TNA fan inside of me isn't happy that Hammerstone has to win by a count out. That's just my TNA bias. The story, I'm fine with it. Mm-hmm. Whatever's happening, we know what's happening now, but we don't. I'll be talking. But I did like that Hammerstone wasn't happy about it. I did like that the rest were confused. I was very confused. Mm-hmm. Because like I said, I didn't even see Tony get out of the ring.
No.
Last thing I saw was Hammerstone had Tony in the corner, and that was it. And then as soon as he got out and walked, like, oh, okay, what happened? Have I missed something? And then I had everything down to 10. All right, fine. Yeah. Probably the last time I've seen Hammerstone in NXT.
Probably.
And that's the last time we're going to have him. Yeah. All right.
It's a win for TNA. On paper.
And if you stack things up, go back from the start to the finish, TNA have a lot more wins than NXT do in this relationship. Mm-hmm. Which I was not expecting when it first started.
Including a pay-per-view win.
Yeah. Yeah. Jordan beating Stevie Turner was the first, and then you had like little ones on the way. Mm-hmm. Mainly in TNA, granted.
Yeah.
But it's very rare someone from TNA wins on NXT.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm not like this is really cool, and it's starting to get better now.
Yeah. So just come back to that video that Craig put of the NXT TNA relationship, and just.
Hey, I stand by that video because it's very it was very much an at the time thing. But I mean, this week we got Carly Bright and Kendall Gray.
There you go, stars right there.
And they've already got more in TNA than they've ever been given in NXT.
There you go.
Like they got a knockout world tag team title shot.
There you go.
They got destroyed, but
and they're gonna win the tag titles.
They've had their match and they lost.
Oh, that's a shame.
Lost in about 5 minutes.
It's about 4 minutes more than what I would give them.
During the threat,
yeah, as they should.
Yeah.
But yeah, after this match, we cut to commentary. but in a replica, pretty much, of what Wesley did. Zachary wins. Color commentary. He reveals some parking lot footage, which shows Wesley doing a hit and run on Trey Miguel. As Trey's getting in his car, Wesley attacks him and then slams the car door into Trey's leg or head, I don't know. Arm.
I liked how they did this because if you know, Trey is legitimately hurt because from previous injury that he re-aggravated against Fraxium. Sorry, in that triple threat tag team match. So the fact you didn't actually see when Wes beat him up, it was just implied, heavily implied. I like that because it looks like he did, but he might not have actually, but he wrote him off in the best way. I really liked how he did this.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree.
Effective.
Zachary claims that Wes is still bitter that he lost at No Mercy. He claims that Wes deserves everything that he will get at Chicago, and also claims that the beatdown at Chicago will be 10 times worse than what he got at No Mercy. So it should be a very good street fight.
I'm hyped for it. I'm disappointed that the extra title won't be involved in this story. I'm a bit disappointed by that. It's back on Matt Bailey now, but yeah, which proves my point that they put the title on Wentz because he's going to NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in it. That's not part of it, but I'm hyped for this match. Honestly, I imagine Wes is going to win to tie it up to take it to another match.
That makes no sense.
Hopefully, Battle for Glory.
Yeah, because in Battle for Glory you can do the title match there. You can do the final match there. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it goes full circle, and I think it should end in TNA. Like, you have your match in NXT where Zachary wins, match in NXT where Wes wins, and then match in TNA to end it between them. In fact, have Trey be the referee.
I can do a Shawn Michaels and Triple H in Hell in a Cell. Just have Trey kick Wes in the face, but he'd kick out at 2.
Yeah, that's the best spot of that match.
Yeah. Yeah. I nearly started crying when he kicked out. Yeah.
But yeah. So that was Zachary's heartfelt promo, kind of. Just full of fire and build into that match and see it on CW. Should be pretty cool. We go backstage into Ava's office again. Again, a lot of Ava on this show. Ava is meeting with NBA star Tyrese Halliburton, who played for the Indiana Pacers.
Getting booed.
Yeah, because they're not in Indiana. That's why. So yeah, cool. I guess. Tyrese claims he can get Chuck and Ethan to sign the contract. So Ava's like, okay, here you go. Here's an official contract for you to hand out to these two to get them to sign it. Even though you're not an officially officially signed WWE person.
You're not an authority figure in WWE.
Yep.
You have no authority here.
So if anything, she's proven Ethan's point that she has no control.
Yeah.
Like she's literally hiring outside help, external helpers to do her job.
I think that's because his position is guard in the NBA, whatever the frick that means.
The point guard.
So maybe that's why I try to play him. Whatever the like.
His name's Troy.
He's 10.
He's got a basketball game tomorrow.
Alright, cool. Right. That's the thing I think they forget sometimes that they have an international audience. Like, we don't know who these people are.
No. But also, the guy's name is Tyrese Halliburton. Like, halibut, as in the fish.
This. All right, cool. Like I've got no. I have no interest in whoever this is. Like I've not interest. Just word.
Tall,
No. Like no.
no vested interest.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
like there's a small bit of enjoyability here, where the idea is that Robert Stone knows Tyrese, and that's how Tyrese is here. And then Robert Stone tries to pretend that he knows him, and Tyrese is like, "Sorry, who are you?" And then Ava's like,
I mean,
you said you knew him."
you said you're best friends.
Yeah. That was the bit I sort of enjoyed, I guess, but the rest of it was, why is it here? Anyway, we move on to the next part of the show, unfortunately. We get the entrance of Ashante the Adonis, who is still being cringe and giving everyone the ick. However, there is a very good part of his entrance. There's a plant in the front row that it gives a rose to. Now, my focus is not on her. It's the guy next to her. The guy next to her in the front row is doing all these faces like, huh? What? Oh, yeah? Like...
Oh, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, just, I'm talking Shawn Michaels level of overselling here.
Yeah.
Nah, mate, nah.
No, I liked it though. I liked it. Even the guy's a plant. Like, he is exactly representing what I have said, what Nikki said, what Mike has said, what you've said. Like this guy is the walking ick. This guy is the creepy heebie-jeebie guy. Literally.
A walking red flag.
Yeah, walking red flag. The HR meeting that hasn't happened yet. Like they put the gimmick on initially on Nexus King, and then they took it off him to be a dad rock guy or something with a really shitty facial hair, like
It painted on beard.
yeah. So like, I mean, that's better than being a creep.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
like, and also, I mean, I didn't want to mention it, but I've got to sort of mention it. I probably wrote a note. Actually, I did write a note later on, actually, on about in the match itself. But I've seen a lot of comments online about Ashante saying how, it's a ladies' man gimmick. That would fly if it was the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s. We're in 2024, in fact, where that shit does not fly anymore.
It would only fly in that time because no one spoke about it. No one would dare call him out on anything.
Yeah.
You just didn't call him out. It's never a good look.
No.
Like, have Riz, as the kids like to say, but if they're not interested in you, you move on. No means no, dickhead.
Yeah.
It's,
Like, I know, like, the women, like, these plants are like, oh, like, yeah, I love Ashante, yeah.
But
But
to be at the show.
yeah.
That's why.
Did Ashante pay them? Like, is I don't. We just need to stop this gimmick. Like, you brought up him and Cedric at the same time. They were a tag team. You split them up. Cedric's got Javon Evans now, where he's like his uncle or something, uncle or nephew, or whatever. And Ashante is holding a rose because he thinks he is trying to like Jesse Jane. Like, I don't understand what this is, and I don't know who's booking this back in the back, like Shawn or whoever it is, being, oh yeah, this is a great gimmick. Yeah, this is gonna get over really well, everyone. Yeah, this is great stuff.
It's just
What part is
no.
if that's clipped out of context?
He's the definition of no means no.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, so
Move,
shout out to that plant who
move
was
me.
next to her in the front row, because his facial expressions were exactly what everyone else is thinking. Anyway, it's not time for his match yet. We get an interview with Fatal Influence. They're here and they're ready for whatever and whoever. The locker room's already theirs, and there's nothing that Lola Device, Jada Parker, or Kalani Jordan can do about it. Okay.
I did like the comment of Jada's looking for us. She wasn't looking hard enough. Like we you know the comment of basically Jada knew where they were. She knew where they were, but she didn't go looking for them.
Like Jada just needed to look at the TV to know where they were.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, she did. She knew, like, alright, I need to reset, right, bet. And, no.
And then just hits Roxanne again, like. So after this, immediately after this, we get a backstage interview, segment with Lola Vice. She's ready. In comes Jada, who wants to start some stuff with Fatal Influence. Lola stops her, claiming that Fatal Influence are hers this week, and Jada can have whatever's left afterwards. Cool.
Alright.
So after this, we go into the match. Ashante, the Adonis, against Eddie Thorpe. The battle of EDM and Red Flag. Yeah. Eddie wins, thank God, with a leaping DDT. Think like Gangrel's Impaler. That sort of move. 2 stars. I rated this. Again, short match. It was good for what the time it got, I guess. Ashante is decent in the ring, so I don't know why he's doing this gimmick. I don't know why it's a thing.
You don't need to rely on being a creep.
Yeah, he's a decent enough wrestler. Like, I know it was like 2 minutes, whatever it was, but from what I saw, that very limited amount with him and Eddie Thorpe, like, he's got some good kicks. He has good chops. It's just, why are you doing this gimmick? But on the other hand, what is Eddie Thorpe doing? Is he still filming with Lexus? Like what? Like what's going on with him?
I think he just goes from one creep to the next and just like.
Literally,
is he the creep destroyer?
He's gone from Lexus to Ashante.
Eddie Thorpe, the creep destroyer.
That could be.
Is that
like you know, you got like the Legend Killer.
Yeah.
The creep destroyer, like taking out Red Flag one at a time.
Yeah. I figured out. I remember what he called him the other week. It was I just had it. I still wrote it down. I said it was DJ Platonic.
Yes.
It was driving me mental until I realised what he called him when I was watching this week's show. Yeah.
But
DJ
yeah.
Platonic.
Let's what's the word? Let's fill our appetites. Let's saute our taste buds with a little bit of CM Punk. He's here. He's backstage and he's walking around. That was it. But before that, we get a Chase U vignette. Thea Hale and Riley Osborne are here, giving the most hypocritical promo I've heard in a while. And again, it's the same. It's the same single point, but they keep hammering at it. So thinking like, if we say it enough times, it'll be true. When it's not. So they talk about Ridge Holland joining Chase U, and how they welcome him with open arms. This was Riley saying this.
Bullshit.
Riley was the main person who was against him joining. Like, Duke was a little bit, and Andre was a little bit as well, but Riley was the main guy who was like, don't trust this guy. Like, and now Riley's saying, oh, we welcomed you with open arms. Fuck off. No, you didn't. Like, are you trying to retcon the entire build of Ridge Holland and Chase U? Like...
Riley needs to own it. You didn't want him in the group. You were right. Be right.
Yeah, that's right. Like, instead of saying, oh, we welcomed you with open arms, I said this from the get-go. I said this from the very day you started trying to join us. I didn't trust you. I told them to trust you. They chose to trust you. I never did. And you proved me right, Ridge. Like, I'm not, like, Riley can just lord it over them. Like, you know, I was right, fuck you. Like...
Well, it was nice knowing you, Riley. We all know what's going to happen next week, bruv.
Yeah. So yeah, Thea was the only one who gave Ridge a chance. Really. She's the only one.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, obviously, Andre and Duke came around. And so did Riley. But very hypocritical here. Riley declares that next week he'll get rid of Ridge for good and avenge Chase, Duke, and Thea. So, yeah, R.I.P. Riley Osborne.
Yeah, protect your neck.
It was fun knowing you. Anyway, Craig, I've got a question for you. What time is it?
Clobbering time?
It's clobbering time! It's fucking CM Punk in an NXT arena! Just to put it in context as well, like, I'm a big Punk guy. Like, I really like CM Punk.
Oh my goodness.
So, seeing him obviously I knew we were getting him on the CW show, October 1st, whatever, that's cool. But seeing him on a random show, NXT in the PC, like, that's insane to me. Like, so he's here. He's having a fun time with the crowd. He's just talking, like, casually talking about the roster and the rosters even, how good everything is and how good everyone else is. And a small story about during his rehab, he stuck into the NXT shows to watch, and some of the crowd caught him watching and were like, "We saw you, we saw you." Like, it was just a very nice, like, not even a promo. It was like just Phil Brooks talking to the NXT crowd. Like, it wasn't a promo or anything like that. He was just talking. Like,
yeah. Just being there.
Yeah.
But it did kind of, like, he said his first time at NXT. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. Like, what show was it? Is it? Well, he popped up just after he came back.
Yeah.
Cut a promo with Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Oh, but no revisionist history here, please.
Did he wear a pink Bret Hart sweater or something?
Yeah, Bret Hart hoodie, yeah. But yeah, it's a huge deal at CM Punk's on NXT.
Yeah.
Gouge.
Very huge. But he's talking. He name drops a few guys, saying that he knows that at some point he'll be in the ring with Braun Breaker. referring to Raw, obviously.
Yeah.
Which I'm down for. I don't necessarily think he needs a title, but I'm down for that.
But it'll do Brian a favour if he can beat CM Punk to retain his IC title.
Yeah,
That does a lot for him.
put him over. So yeah, so Punk's talking, and he's cut off by a music that he does not recognize. It's Roxanne Perez. He's like,
I love his reaction.
he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And he turns around because he genuinely has no idea who music it is.
His reaction was fantastic.
It's the encounter that we've been waiting for. Father and daughter. Well, not really, but might as well be.
Or the diet version of his wife.
That has layers. Roxanne takes the moment to quite literally talk to probably her childhood idol.
Yeah.
And she's got to keep her character up, but she's stumbling on her words because she's literally in front of CM Punk, who again she grew up probably idolizing.
Yeah, it's very, very public knowledge that she loves CM Punk, and there's videos and pictures all over the internet.
Yeah. So, very fair, and I just thought it was very sweet. I loved the entire thing. Like, before she was into the promo itself, like, just the interaction. I loved it. But she keeps it professional and says that she preferred Punk's wife. And then going into chants of AJ Lee, AJ Lee, AJ Lee.
Does saying her name work? Will she appear? There you go.
Let's light it up, light it up, light But yeah, she also says that she should have been, that growing up should have been a Drew McIntyre fan. Just, putting a knife in more.
Before getting to Punk's part, I found that really cringy.
Yeah.
It was blatant obvious why she was taking this.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't hide it in any way. She knew she was taking this, and it's like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
Do what we gotta do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my preference to this is before they started doing the promo. Like, them just having a heart-to-heart, genuine interaction.
Yeah.
Like,
And that was good. But, like, she's gonna ruin it. We know she's gonna ruin it. Just how is she gonna ruin it?
Yeah. So Punk calls her overconfident, but for good reason. He thinks that Roxanne could be up there on the main roster with the likes of Io Sky and Bianca Belair, which is something that most fans believe because Roxanne is better than most of the WWE roster.
Unless you're a certain Bully Ray. Yeah, I said it, Bully Ray.
Craig,
come at me, bro.
Craig, why are you calling out Bully Ray?
I actually like Bully Ray.
You made enemies of Dion Lennox. You made enemies with someone else. I can't remember the name off the top of my head now.
Anyone can get it.
Well, Bully Ray, you heard it. If you want to jump on the show, by all means.
I actually really like Bully Ray. He's one of the best heels in wrestling. Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, Punk says that it doesn't matter if Julia takes the title. But then saying that, cues Julia.
It's Julia.
That would be great if she just adopted that to her song. I wrote here Punk's creasing inside at this point because very famously, when he was in AEW, he advocated to not have any Joshi wrestlers on Collision
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
having him in the ring with a Joshi wrestler is quite funny.
Not just any Joshi wrestler, like, for, like, what? Nearly a year and a half, the top Joshi wrestler in the world.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
Like, uh,
Um, Julia
Punk,
comes in,
what are we gonna...
says the countdown is on. Roxanne has 2 weeks left. She turns to leave, and Roxanne attempts to swing on the title, but Punk runs interference and cuts her off and stops her. Yeah,
Yeah, I rated it.
yeah,
I rated that. Not what I thought Punk was going to announce, but again, that's a bit further than the show. I thought it'd be for this one, but apparently not.
yeah.
Also, more proof that Julia did not need a translator.
Yep.
But all right.
We don't question it because Funaki is great. Look, if we
NXT #1.
if we can shoehorn Funaki into every segment, I'm down with that. Like,
hey, there we go. It's not Punk. Special guest referee for this World title match. Funaki.
there you go. No, please, Punk. Oh, please, Punk.
NXT #1.
Special guest commentator, Funaki. But no, I did thoroughly enjoy this. Punk did what I'm assuming he was here to do at this point, because I said last week he's gonna do something to do with Roxanne and Julia, because it made sense.
Mm-hmm. That's just literally what he tweeted about. The reason he's coming.
Yeah. But no, we will get more into that a bit later. We get an interview next with Kalani Jordan. Kalani denies claims that she's ducking Fatal Influence. She feels inspired by Jordan Grace's open challenge and potentially running her own. In comes Vince Sinclair, saying that she's making an opportunity for herself, and she just slaps Kalani in the face and runs off.
I laughed so much at this. Like, it's just the way she ran in, out of breath, and say, "Charles, you know him.
Yeah.
Like, tell me to go and make an opportunity for myself." So that's what I'm doing, and just slaps her, like square in the face, slaps Kalani,
Yeah, and then runs off.
and then, but then she gets like a really aggressive look on her face, realizes what she's done, and then runs.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Oh, give her the title now. Give her the title now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But I like how she's playing into the whole like opportunities. You make your own by attacking the champion, and then that gives you a title match. Like,
Yes to all of that.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Might have been my favorite non-in-ring segment of the entire show.
yeah, honestly, anything with Ben Sinclair is like going to be up there.
Oh, it's...
Yeah. But we go backstage with the family. Tony admits what's wrong. He's scared of Ovemi. Which, by the way, is very valid.
Yeah. Like, no one's questioning that. Like, no one's like saying why.
Yeah. It's not something to be ashamed of. Like, he is literally the biggest person in the NXT roster by a square mile. Like,
so, is it safe to say that Tony doesn't have an Obasemi?
I would say it was probably pretty safe for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless that's what he likes. You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
You do you, Tony. You do you.
Yeah. No judgment here, no kink shaming, nothing like that. No. We are an open community. Tony says that Oba's a machine and he can't be beaten, and that scares him. Again, just very valid.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to think come from the fact that he was the one we thought that could legitimately actually beat Oba.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, like people thought he could actually be the one.
Yeah.
But it's Oba Femi.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, following that we get a match. It is the Renq CC, Miles Bourne and Tavian Heights, taking on a team of uncle and nephew, Javon Evans and Cedric Alexander. Javon and Cedric win after a spinning splash on Miles from Javon. I'm not sure Javon didn't hit his head on the canvas with that move. He pretty much missed Miles completely. And it hit his head on the canvas.
Yeah. It didn't look great. It did until the landing.
Yeah, like I said, I think he got like 3% of Miles Bourne.
Yeah, I keep saying it, Javon, we know you're bouncy, but
Bouncy.
right, mate, you gotta hurt yourself.
Yeah. That's twice now.
You're going to.
That's twice now, I think, isn't it? Like the first time on the announce table.
I must count. He's going to hurt himself. Like,
just pace
or
yourself.
just adjust. You adjust the placements of things. Like, move Miles further back if you think you're going to need it.
Yeah.
If anything, it looks more impressive if you move him back and still land it.
Yeah.
Like, the further Miles is away, the more impressive it is.
He just overshot. That was all it was.
Yeah. It was,
It's a shame, but
I think,
you know what? It happens.
yeah, he's so talented too. Like, he is unbelievably talented.
And the best thing is, he's at that age where nothing will really affect him. Like, yeah, he'll get hurt, but he'll heal quickly.
Yeah. Until they catch it with him.
Yeah.
it does. I'm 27 and I regret doing a lot of things as a child. Because it hurts.
Just doing the Hardy Swanton Bomb as a kid.
It was actually a twist of fate. But yeah. But yeah.
I think I willingly took a rock bottom on gravel.
Yeah, I need to go back up from there. It doesn't hurt. Wrestling's fake. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, no, of course not. Just get a chair from the hall. Like.
I got put in a figure 4 leg lock once. That fucking hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine it won't hurt if you're limber. Like if you've got good flexibility, it won't hurt that move.
Yeah, I definitely had that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, jumping off the top of a fridge freezer doing big D. It wasn't that high, but it felt really high.
Yeah.
Not as high as IVD, but high.
Mm-hmm. Like
not as high as IVD.
For me, the highest was like jumping off the sofa arm. Like, so standing on a sofa arm and then jumping off that onto the sofa. Like,
you spot monkey.
Yeah. Call me a Jackson. But no, sorry. Back to the match itself. I rated it 3.25 stars. It got decent time. I'm pleased that Cedric's doing stuff now. This might be the first or second match he's had since actually coming to NXT. I'm not sure about that. There was a distraction finish towards the end, which didn't really do much of anything. It'll probably sell a match for next week, but the match itself was good. Nothing really to shout about though for this.
Well, there was someone shouting. It was me shouting, "Ren, run!"
Oh, yeah.
There was a little bit of
As I
shouting.
knew, because we live together, and obviously, so I knew what you said at the time.
Yeah, in the same house, but using the cameras.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Of course, yeah. Why not? It's a flat share, except one of them's not a flat.
Oh,
But can you guess whose is who?
just
Who could it be?
oof.
But no, so what did you think of the match? The tag match?
Decent. Yeah, yeah. Again, yeah, nothing really going on other than just a standard decent tag team match.
Mm.
Like, yeah, the distraction at the end. All right. Don't know why Miles needed to turn and watch Ren run away. Like, you can't do anything about it. You're in the middle of a match.
Mm.
Turn around and be in the match. There's two other people outside. you don't have to. Like, you don't have to freaking get involved in that. But yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
I love Cedric. I love the lumbar check. For that, I'm obsessed with the lumbar check. It's
It's
one of my
the
favorite
best.
finishers. I don't know what it is about.
It's one of the best moves I've seen. Lumbar check.
Yeah, it's up there. One of those moves where you can't really explain why you like it. You just do,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm obsessed with lumbar check.
Yeah.
Got to see it back. Haven't seen it in a while.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, post match, they're celebrating Javon and Cedric. Javon starts hearing voices in his head. They cancel him. Apparently, he understands them. He turns around, and suddenly on the screen, it's revealed a tweet from none other than Randall Keith Orton, saying, "October 8th. See you there, kid." So, on the second CW show in St. Louis, we're getting Javon Evans against Randy Orton.
I love this for Javon.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, he's not winning, but I love this for him.
He might win. You never know.
If he wins, then just give him the NXT title. If he can beat Randy Orton, then just give him the NXT title because
like, it goes to show you as well, like, people are noticing Javon Evans. Because if I had to guess, Randy requested Javon himself.
yeah, this is the type of match where you've got to imagine, like, Randy would have been asked, "What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?" And yeah, yeah. What do you want to do when you come to NXT? And Javon is perfect.
Bouncy. Oh.
Yeah. I've got a feeling though we're gonna get the Evan Bourne spot from Randy.
Yeah, we are.
Like, that's because then you can really hit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because Javon can get up there.
Randy's down. Javon gets to the corner, jumps to the second rope, top rope, jumps off, RKO.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna be the ending. It has to be.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, stupid.
And puts him in the head.
Yeah.
Hasn't done the punch in about 10 years. But brings it back for Javon Evans.
Bring the punt back. The punt was so good.
Yeah, when the timing was right. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Like punting.
John Cena took
like
the punt.
punting Stephanie.
Yeah. But I would have to say that John Cena took the best punt.
Oh yeah, he did absolutely.
Like, he's the best thing taking that move. I love the punt. You don't see it often. It's like, why? You know, he's not kicking them in the head. He's not actually kicking them in the head.
Wait, he's not?
You can do it.
What do you mean? Craig, are you telling me that wrestling's not real?
Wrestling's real, people are fake. As Mr. Anderson used to say. Yeah, just bring the punt back.
Yeah, they should. Backstage, Ridge Holland. He's walking around. Ridge promises to end Riley next week. Cool. In the same camera shot, Brooks Jensen is ready for his match, and he requests Shawn Spears to accompany him. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of Shawn Spears and Brooks Jensen. However, I did like this little interaction.
Yeah.
Brooks was like,
growing.
Well? And then Shawn's like, huh? He's like, you coming? And Shawn's like, me? I loved it. It's so earnest and it was just perfect. It was wholesome, and it was. I realized this is what I enjoy more rather than like the cryptic, weird, spooky stuff. Like I like just the wholesome content. Like this is what I enjoy more. Like I liked Lyra and Tatum embracing. Like I like Punk and Roxanne. You know, I like Punk talking to the crowd, and I like Brooks and Shawn here. I like Javon's reaction to seeing Randy Orton as well, like on the screen, like the match.
Just it gives it an authentic feel.
Yeah,
and that's what you need.
Like they needed something like this because it's just, you know, Brooks has finally come to, you know, terms with the fact that Shawn's going to be in his corner because he can't shake Shawn, and Shawn's very good anyway. He can play any character. Shawn Spears, that is. Not Michaels, obviously.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. This storyline is growing on me.
Yeah.
More and more each week. But where's Briggs? If Tavon's back, where's Briggs?
True. He's just the gaslighter. Gaslighter. We move on. Brooks Jensen against your friend Dion Lennox. Brooks wins with a snap DDT. I rated this 1 3/4 stars. Again, less than 3 minutes. Another very fucking short match. It was intended to show off Brooks and Shawn, I guess. Dion was the unfortunate victim for this in a match that probably could have been 2 minutes shorter than what it actually was.
So what pissed me off in this match, and it wasn't Dion.
It was the glasses again, wasn't it? He's like,
yeah, but it was it was Brooks putting the glasses on and going like this.
Yeah.
Like, no, that actually really pissed me off. With like, because people need them to see. Like, maybe not. Dion can obviously wrestle without them, which is like, all right.
I think it's more like to read stuff. He needs them. Like I think he can still see things normally, but just he can't read. Like without them.
But I think his reaction to them taking his glasses is valid because I react exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch people's glasses.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like, it wasn't a squash match, but it was a short match that was really only there for one reason.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
I think it was exact for it, other than the glasses spot.
Mm-hmm. After this, we get a Twitter post from Wesley. Wes says that his attack on Trey was fair game, so now he's taking out Zachary's insurance policy. He says that if Trey wasn't there at No Mercy, he would have won, which I thought was a good callback, and it's a valid kayfabe reason to take out Trey.
It works. It did it. It's been done very well.
Yeah, but Wes is also ready for Chicago, and says he'll see Zachary in Chicago. Sweet.
Cool.
After this, we get another Twitter post, but this time from A-Town Down Under. They reminisce on their time in NXT and how they never won tag belts in NXT, and that they also missed their SmackDown tag belts. And then they talk about St. Louis for the October 8th show. Fraxium have already replied to this tweet saying that they accept. Bring it. So we're getting A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller against Fraxium, and I'm down for that.
Yeah. We're also getting the Grayson Waller effect back with NXT as well.
Yeah, which is also very fun.
Cool.
Very fun. I'm not sure. I'm not. Did you watch Grayson Waller effect before on NXT or?
Yeah. If you. But I mean, this is just gonna continue their story of Theory turning face, which I don't want, by the way.
No,
I don't want Austin Theory to face. He's a born heel because he's generally comes across as an arsehole.
Yeah.
I don't want him as a face.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm down for this team and down for whatever they choose to do and whatever the plan is going forward. Because to me, they can't do any wrong. I like both of them quite a fair bit. And I was ecstatic when they won the tag belts. I loved it. I love that moment.
I was genuinely gutted, but that's because they play their characters so well. Like, I didn't want them to win because of how well they play their characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, I did want Waller to win. I've liked Grayson Waller for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it should be a fun match.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Fraxium have applied already to accept, and that is a confirmed match for October 8th in St. Louis.
And I've got a feeling after they beat A-Town Down Under, we might end up going to the Motor City. Yeah. Which I don't want to go on too much on, but I'm kind of annoyed they're going to NXT. Not because it's NXT, but because they should be treated like the legends they are and go to the main roster. People know who they are.
Yeah.
They should be on the main roster shows. Like, if the rumors are that the Lucha Brothers are going to the main roster, how have we got this other way around?
I'm not
How
saying
is that?
I'm not saying one team's better than the other whatsoever, but the MCMG are more established than Penta and Phoenix.
Yeah, they're both fantastic tag teams, but the Machine Guns have been everywhere and won titles everywhere.
Yeah.
People know who they are. They've been around a lot longer than the Lucha Brothers.
Yeah. So it's an interesting choice, but I am down for MCMG in NXT.
Yes. Oh, I need this match. Like, I cannot wait. I don't want to wait anymore. Like, we know they're coming. Just do it.
I mean, they've still got to bring in Stephanie Fakir too, and Delta.
Yeah. But I do think the Machine Guns. I think we've got to wait a little bit longer because I've got a feeling they're going to TNA Hall of Fame this year.
That's fair. I mean, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Probably a while ago.
It's about time because the Battle for Glory is in Detroit.
Yeah,
so,
that's fair.
And give me the.
Yeah. So yeah, after this we go into the technically the main event of tonight. J.C. Jane against Lola Vice. Shout out to Lola, still doing her normal entrance, but with a frowny face. She's still shaking her hips and whatever, but she's got a frown on her face. So.
Dear.
But yeah,
Yes.
Lola wins with the spinning back fist, the 305. I rate this 2 stars. Again, less than 3 minutes. This easily could have had 5 more minutes and be a decent match. But no, we have to give more time to the contract signing with the fucking NBA guy. Of course, though, good match. I just wish there was more.
No. Yeah, it was alright. I did like JC's heel work of mimicking Lola. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah.
I'm
Latina.
Yeah. I'm still not sold on Lola being a face.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It is very weird.
Weird. It's weird. It's just the way her, because she hasn't changed anything from when she was heel to being face. Nothing's changed other than she occasionally smiles.
Yeah.
I can't. If you watched Lola as a heel match for Lola and one of her matches as a face, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real difference in it. There's no change in her demeanor.
It's just
and that's the big key for me.
The big difference is just who she's facing that night.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Like, she'll be naturally the heel with Jada.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
there's no getting around that.
No, there isn't. That's a pretty good point. I didn't think of that. Yeah, But on a positive note, I'm liking the direction of Fatal Influence.
Yes.
This could be really, really good faction, and
I do like that Fallon's dropped the massive fur coat.
I was just going to say, yeah, Fallon's adapting to the group a lot more than she was in the beginning.
Yes.
Like, still keeping up with the cowboy side of stuff, but like meshing it with the Fatal Influence kind of vibe. Yeah, and also, but Jasmine Nix now looks like the odd one out. Like, is it? Like,
I don't see an odd one out there. Like, I see 3 women that know what they want to do. Like, obviously Jasmine's a bit lower on totem pole because she's following the leadership of JC. But saying that, she still fits in perfectly because she's got that look to her.
Yeah, but I no, like, it's the
like, legitimately, you could rehire Mandy Sachs or Mandy Rose, whatever, sorry, and bring her into this Fatal Influence as well, and you'd have a perfect faction.
See, I don't think if they keep going the way they're going, I don't think they'll need Mandy Rose.
I don't either. I'm saying if they were to bring her back,
perfectly. But honestly, like, JC's doing an incredible job as the leader of this group.
Yeah.
Just because JC's the leader of this group, it's blatantly obvious.
Yes.
Like, you know that you can see the order of the pecking order in that group. Because it's clear.
If you just go off literally the camera work of the entrance.
Yeah. And also, Jasmine is slightly behind Fallon.
Yes.
Like, and not in line. It is just.
I'm glad you noticed that. I'm glad you noticed that too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Hmm.
Very well done. And I, I'm excited to see what's coming from this group because it's working. And,
Hmm.
you know, it's NXT's been missing a faction like this since Toxic Attraction disbanded. And they've got it. And yeah, turns out you needed someone who was in that group to be in this one.
Hmm.
But turning Fallon heel has worked
Yeah.
so good so far.
Yeah.
And Jasmine playing the role of the protege and the rookie, but she's in with the Mean Girls.
Hmm.
It
It
works.
does. Yeah.
It works, and be- it's a pity that the women's tag titles don't come to NXT enough
Hmm.
because because
You could use them here. You could use influence here.
yeah, that's kind of why it's starting to now, but I keep saying it, but you've got TNA with the women's tag division with not a lot of tag teams in there, and you've got the NXT division with a lot of tag teams but no titles.
Yeah.
I, it just makes sense. And Fatal Influence, they already feel a, like they're quite high up in this women's division.
Yeah. I mean, saying that, there's not much of it
It,
anyway,
it,
but in NXT at least there is
it,
not.
just, it,
Yeah.
it just works. I
It does, yeah.
cannot fault it in this line.
Hmm. I'm excited to see what they do next because obviously, obviously we know where we're going immediately, right now. But I mean, after
Yeah.
this, like, what's next? But post match, Fatal Influence attack and lay out Lola Vice. In comes Jada to play Equalizer. JC escapes unscathed, and an awkward standoff between Jada and Lola leads to a shouting match that needs breaking up. I wonder who's fighting who next week.
Did, did Lola nearly hit Jada with a spinning back fist?
I
Or
think
did I?
it's either that one or Jada almost hit Lola with a bat.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
Because
I can't remember which.
I think Lola turned Jada around and Jada almost hit her with a bat. I
Yeah, and
think.
as I know, there's a close call. I know that. I just can't remember which.
Yeah, it was one of them, and then that led to the shouting match. But yeah, after this we get a very, very strong story segment. Backstage in a darkened room with two rings, Tony D'Angelo is brooding when in comes Adriana Rizzo, trying to talk some sense into him. She says that just like him, she's afraid too. It don't matter what everyone else thinks, because when it's all said and done, Tony will have the family at his side still. She says that she knows Tony wants another shot over Femi. Tony does not deny this. Rizzo's hyped up. She says, let's do it. Tony asks what happens if he loses. Rizzo replies, then he loses, but he loses with heart. Pass the fear, take the loss. If it happens, that is. They all believe in Tony, but Tony has to believe in himself. Tony agrees, and Rizzo says that they'll arrange for some special training. They embrace after Tony asks how she grew up to be so tough. Fucking, like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I will admit, I can't get over Adriana's accent. Like, that's the only thing. I'm nitpicking on that though, but like otherwise, phenomenal segment here.
uh, just excellent. Like it. Yeah. Like I said, it felt real.
Yeah,
and that's honestly the highest compliment I can pay. It felt real.
Yeah.
It, yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I'd really, I really liked it.
Yeah.
Like when Rizzo mentioned the special training, I I assume it's going to have some matches.
Yeah.
I assume it's going to be some matches. And honestly, my mind went to Jake something.
Mhm.
Have Tony face Jake something
Yeah.
in preparation for Over because
Having like
it will.
big guys, like
Yeah,
bring in Omos.
I mean, I think that's too big. Yeah, but yeah, it, this. I am excited to see what this leads to. Whether it is a series of matches against big men.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming they
It
not.
makes sense.
I'm assuming it's not for the October 1st show because that's just too soon. I'm assuming October 8th is where they do this match. Tony and Over.
Oh yeah, it's got to be sent.
Yeah.
Got to be sent this.
But
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
I'm down for
fantastic.
this rematch, and yeah, like as I keep saying it, I'm realizing that I'm enjoying more the wholesome segments, and this was absolutely
Yeah,
that.
there's been a
Yeah,
few this week. It's just yeah, well done. It's very well done.
yeah. I think because it's so different as well from what we usually see on NXT. Like a lot of it's just, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. No, I'm gonna beat you up. I'll fight you next week. Like, like this
It's full
feels
screen.
yeah. It just feels more fleshed out. Like we're actually building connections and building stories and building characters. You know, like
Also, that segment with Rizzo and Tony made perfect sense because they literally call themselves the family.
yeah,
you know, so it was yeah.
yeah. I
Like I
loved
said,
it.
if you feel real, like yeah, just you've got something.
Yeah. But yeah. After this, we get announcements for next week. Grayson Waller effect with Fraxium. Should be pretty cool. We've got an NXT press conference with Ethan Page, Tripp Williams, Roxanne Perez, Julia, Wesley, and Zachary Wentz. Why?
It, I'm not against this. It it's they're trying to do everything they can to make this feel make the CW launch feel big.
Yeah, but
And
who's going through
I've
the table?
seen
Who's going through the table?
like
Who's it going to be?
if they're doing it how I think they're doing it like TNA have done this before. When it was for Rebellion when it was Omega and Swan title for title. Like they did this before. We had members of the no, it was just on a stage and they had uh, media people call in and ask questions.
Right.
You had like standard like Sean Ross Sapp and Denise Salcedo. Those kind
Yeah.
of people calling in, and then you had social media questions.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be done well. And this one, you've got the right people. If how TNA did it was everyone like you have like so on one end of the table is Wentz, on the other side is Wes, and then Julia and Roxanne, and then Trick, and then Paige.
I think
Like,
you'd have to you do a better separation than that because you got Ethan and Trick right at Shiver. Like
but you have someone in the middle. You have Ava in the middle.
yeah. Like so you have I don't know, Zachary here, then Trick, and then Julia. And then on the other side you'd have like Wes Ethan, sorry, and then Roxanne at the other end. Like, so that way you really separate them.
It should be interesting.
Yeah.
Watch this, and now watch it bullshit after I said that.
It'll be,
But
I think it'll be quite boring, personally. But we'll see. Because we know Ian Page can cut a good promo.
Yeah. I said it depends on that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you like that type of thing, it's probably really up the street, but if it's not, then it's just not going to be.
It depends how they do it, because I'm picturing in the ring, long table, 6 chairs. But in reality, it could be a literal press conference.
Yeah, surely the Performance Centre has a media room, surely.
You think so, won't you?
Like, given what they've got in there, you've kind of got to assume that.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe they do it in the meeting room.
Yeah, maybe. Just any of the rooms that Punk got lost in.
Yeah. Wasn't that
that was in Connecticut. That was in Connecticut, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've bookmarked a load of those. I watch them quite regularly. They're funny. But yeah.
So good. Also announced for this week, we've got Ridge Holland against Riley Osborne, aka the death of Riley Osborne. And the final thing here that we find out at this very point in time, the NXT Women's North American Championship match between Kalani Jordan and Ren Sinclair.
Go on, Ren.
Go on, Ren.
And no.
And still, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that is all what's announced for next week. So now we go on to the actual main event, which is not a match. So is it really the main event? It is the NXT Championship contract signing. We started with this, so we might as well end with this, I guess. Tyrese Halibut is out here, and he calls out Trick. Out comes Trick. Trick brings up Tyrese. NBA this, NBA that. Trick signs the contract. Don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Out comes Ethan Page. Ethan replies, making NBA jokes and criticisms. Cool. He signs the contract. Tyrese says to play the music as he goes to leave. Out comes CM Punk, yeah!
Oh.
Like, again, I just popped for this because I didn't know it was coming. Like, I knew he was going to be on the show, but again, I assumed Roxanne and Julia. And then to see him come out again, to hear the song again.
Yeah.
Like, if you were at this show, you got your money's worth.
Unless you're sat behind these 6'7" plus NBA players who sat in the friggin' front row.
Yeah.
That's I'm more confident that these people in the crowd are plants.
Mm-hmm.
Because there'll be so much shit on social media from the people who sat in those seats who had these giants standing up in front of them.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Like, have them stand around ringside. They're huge.
I don't know.
Like, I'd be so pissed off. You've got giants standing. Like, I feel like frustrated enough because whenever I go to wrestling shows, if I'm not front row, I'm always stuck behind the biggest fucker there.
Yes.
So imagine if those people are NBA players.
Who are by profession at least 6'6", 6'7", like.
Yeah, I think the shortest person in the league is about 6'3".
There you go. I'm 5'8".
Like, I'm not 5'11".
There you go. Yeah. So neither of us would make it.
No. Unless you want to play in the British league because they're not tall. But yeah.
I think the shortest one is someone who's in the Harlem Globetrotters. I think there's quite a short guy in there. Or used to be.
But the Globetrotters aren't
Yeah,
but not the NBA.
Not NBA, no, I know.
Yeah, it's not really the same game, is it? When they play,
Like,
like whatever that is. Yeah, well, yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, this segment, like when Punk's music hit, I thought my exact words, this one, all right, cool, let's see how this plays out.
Yes. Punk can't let things be, and he calls Roxanne the soon-to-be former NXT Women's Champion. Before moving on to what he was going to say earlier, before he was cut off, he was going to talk about Trick and Ethan Page. He says that for this match, with two men with two completely different visions, the match needs something else. The fans, because they're definitely not fed this, the fans start chanting, referee, referee, referee. And Punk hears them. And for the first time in the history of pro wrestling, on mainstream wrestling, the wrestler takes the suggestion from the crowd. And Punk says that he will be the special guest referee for the October 1st show main event between Trick Williams and Ethan Page. He then says, I'm the official, and I don't care if you two fight, so fight. No, I don't care. So they start fighting. And then security come and break it up. And then Punk is inciting these, let them fight, let them fight.
Oh, I love him. Bloody love him.
And then it was at this moment I thought, okay, October 1st, that's before Bad Blood.
Yeah.
So Ethan Page is fucking retaining. He's retaining. He's beating Trick here.
Explain.
Because Drew McIntyre will do something to CM Punk. Punk will be in Trick's corner. Well, not necessarily, but like preference wise, like it's like in the same way like it was Trick was in Hendry's corner sort of thing at No Mercy. It's a similar sort of thing to that. Drew will get involved in it and probably take out Punk or something like that because they're fighting in Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood. So Drew will get involved in this, and there'll be some sort of fuckery or something that will lead to Ethan Page retaining over Trick. It won't be a clean victory, but Ethan will retain. And then they'll probably build to like Halloween Havoc or something.
Also, please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the third special referee match in WWE in like 2 months.
Yeah.
August.
Yeah.
Then it's like third in 2 months.
I don't mean,
all right.
I don't mind it.
I like them, but all right.
Yeah. It's probably my favorite like one-on-one stipulation match. I like special refs because no refs bore me. I like having a wrestler ref. Like,
yeah, especially if they go with the way Seth Rollins went with it.
Yeah.
Like,
where
don't
something
involve,
outrageous.
Yeah. Just like I'm just going to count to 3. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I
I don't care. Use weapons. I don't give a shit. Just do what you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you need a winner. Just do what you got to do.
Yeah. I think Punk will put his foot down. I think if Ethan tries to cheat, I think Punk will get involved. Sort of thing. I think he wants a fair fight. Like as long as he don't care if they fight, but as long as it's a fair fight, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm more excited for this than I was before.
Because Trick's matches need something else.
Yes. And you know, if it was just Ethan and Trick, okay, Trick's winning. But Punk being the ref adds another element. It adds the Drew McIntyre element to the match. Because I'm more than certain that Drew will get involved in this match. Not for Ethan or Trick, just to fuck over Punk. Like,
Yeah.
just to knock him out. Sorry, like
Punk does these kind of things very well. Like he can get you hyped for matches very well. I mean, with this Drew McIntyre stuff, I don't necessarily have a side in who I want to win this match. I just want a great match.
Yeah.
Like, but his promo on Raw, like, and now I'm fully in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with this week. That Punk being the special referee for this match. Like before Punk, I was maybe a 4 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm about a 6.5 close to 7.
Yeah, that's decent. But also, like again, like before Punk, it was like a good 95-5, like split for Trick to win this match. Like now, Punk getting involved, it's more like 60-40 Ethan. Like I might put in a lot of stock into this, and Drew might not even be there. But
there's a really good chance.
It's like the final show that Punk will be on before Bad Blood. That's not the press conference. Like, there has to be something.
Yeah, it can't just not, because they want us. I think they might imply McIntyre's going to be there just to sell a bit more tickets.
Yeah.
Because or will McIntyre get involved in this? Will he do something to Punk? Yeah,
I am so excited now for this match. Like, I was already hyped for this show, and now I've got a main event to look forward to, as well.
See, Punk.
I can't believe I'm actually invested in a Trick Williams match.
Alright. But it took CM Punk to get there.
Yeah, true. I mean, I was invested in the Ilya match as well, but that's because of Ilya.
And they built Truck up really well when we didn't know what his ability was at this point, really.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, we are where we are. And that was the end of NXT. Now, I've also got something else here that I thought would add on as part of the show as to go forward, because we record these on Fridays typically, or Saturdays. And by that time, we normally have the notes from Fightful about the show. So any like little tidbits of information or things that might have happened backstage, etc. I thought it would be a little bit of fun just to add these in at the end, just to give a general thought or surprise, shock, whatever. Oh, that's pretty nice. Like just anything like that, you know. So firstly, Fightful. These are all from Fightful Select. I should add. They report that Terry Taylor produced the Dion Lennox and Brooks Jensen match.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's cool because isn't Brooks the son of someone? Obviously, he's the son of someone, but I mean like a wrestler.
Yeah, he's second generation superstar, but I don't know who to.
I feel it wasn't that one, but I think it's someone. I think it's cool because I think Terry Taylor has fought Brooks' dad. I think that's the relevance of that note.
Okay.
I'd have to look into it, but I thought it was pretty cool. So there's also some additional notes from the appearances from CM Punk. Punk's segment with Roxanne Perez and Julia went longer than what was originally planned. Additionally, Punk stayed about half an hour after the show ended to take pictures with fans within the Capitol Wrestling Center. That's very nice of him.
Yeah. I mean, that's the place you can do it. If you do it at Raw or SmackDown, whatever, you've got no chance.
No.
You're getting nowhere.
20,000 fans, all on
Yeah, does that make sense? Like, that's the place you can do it.
Yeah. And also a final note here. Fightful notes that the show was internally named Straight Edge Down the Middle, referencing CM Punk naming himself as the special guest referee for Ethan Page and Trick Williams for the upcoming CW debut on October 1st. Cool.
Okay.
Also, there was some sort of error during the broadcast. A commercial break during Live Valkyria and the women's tag match was meant to have picture-in-picture format, but due to an error, it did not. So it was just a standard ad break. And that's it.
I mean, if you're watching on the network anyway, you don't get picture-in-picture for anything, so it's fine.
Yeah. And that is it. Those are the notes that Fightful released, which this is the first time, and it's generally quite nothing. But, you know, like in the future, we might get some exciting little tidbits. So, going forwards, add those little bits in at the end, and we'll quickly review them and see what happened, or what's been reported to happen anyway. But that does bring an end to this review, to this show, this episode. As always, please go follow Craig. His Twitter is just beneath him, just there, Mr. Impact Craig on the camera. Craig, where else can people find you?
Yes. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all Mr. Impact Craig. You search my name. I'm sure I'll come up somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Cool.
I'm going to be trying to get my Twitch back up and running, doing some more stuff on that, because I think I was just figuring out what.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, but Mr. Impact Craig, sorry, Mr. _Impact Craig on Twitch.
Cool. I'll put all the links in underneath as well, because on the screen you can only see his Twitter. So in the description below, that will have the rest of the links in that box. In regards to the video, please like the video, share the video, comment on the video though, like say what you like, dislike, what you agree, disagree with, etc. Do you want to see other shows covered on Show Squared? Because that's a possibility. You ain't got to, but if you want to see something else covered, we can look at seeing what we can do for that. What was I say? And also subscribe to the channel. It's all free, hurts no one, and you know helps us get to our goals a lot more easier. And it's greatly appreciated too. Also in regards to our media, as well as always, underneath we have our Instagram, Facebook, and our Twitch, and officially Twitter is back. Twitter or X. FE is HCW Show or just HCW Show. Twitter is officially back though, which is the main platform that I tend to use for the podcast. I should use the others really, but Twitter is the main one because it's just where we have the most followers on our medias. Instagram is like more DMs sort of thing, whereas Twitter's our main one. Facebook's like the family one, and Twitch is just whatever. We're also on Blue Sky. If you've got a Blue Sky account, give us a follow on there. We're the HCW Show .bluesky.app. It's a really weird format that they have over there. It's something like that. But again, link will be in the video description below. But yeah, that does bring an end to this for me. Craig, have you got any last comments?
Like, share, support wrestling.
Support wrestling everywhere.
Do or do not, there is no try.
There you go. Perfect way to end the show. And I will bid you adieu. See you in the next one. Craig, say something. Craig,
No! Frozen!